How are you guys? So happy to have you with me today. Hey, John. If you are in the chat, just say hi. Let me know where you're from. Tell me what the weather's like by you. It's kind of sunny and a little bit chilly today here. Not super chilly, like in the low 50s, high 40s. So not too bad, but it is cold for Virginia Beach. And I hope that you guys are going to enjoy today's project. It's something very different. And I hope that you guys enjoy it. All right, let's start with some announcements. If you are not part of my Inky Hands crew, I would love for you to join. Pretty awesome. You get 2 video tutorials in your inbox every single week. And if you want this week's tutorials, you have to be signed up by tonight at midnight Eastern Standard Time. You have to be subscribed to my email newsletter. Hey, Deidre. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Betty. So you have to be subscribed to my email newsletter because that's how I send them out. So if you go to my website, which is inkyhandswarmhearts.com, if you're on your phone, you're going to scroll all the way to the bottom, and where it says email newsletter, you want to hit that or click on those and enter your information. Now there's a double thing you have to do. So once you do that, it's going to send you an email, and then you need to go to your email. It may be in your junk because you're not used to getting that. And you want to say, yes, I want to subscribe. And then once you do that, you're in. And then you will start getting the newsletters. So it's a really great group. I really love it. And I have been doing the projects now. Gosh, let's see. I think this is our 5th month now. I think, or the beginning of our 5th month. So it's really been a lot of fun. And I've been enjoying it. I hope everybody else has been enjoying it as well. So if you haven't tried it, try it out for a month and see what you think. Let's see. Let me move this stuff out of the way. Celebrate. So, if you haven't noticed, there's more celebration items that have been added to the offering for February. So you can check those out. There are products from the annual catalog, and they're pretty awesome. There's some kits, collection kits. There's some stuff from the new mini catalog. These Sweet Thoughts Memory and More cards and envelopes. Those are from the newest mini. This paper is from the newest mini. So just check out the new products. When you go to order, they will automatically pop up for you to choose. But I just wanted you to know that there's some new products. Tomorrow is the stamp camp. It starts tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we are going to have so much fun. I'm very excited. For those of you who signed up for the stamp camp, I hope you're excited too. I have one more kit if you would like it. It's 13 cards made from the Notes of Nature, and then you can still get in the stamp camp. I can just send you an invite and you can get in there. Just squeak on in right before it starts. We've already been doing sketch challenges and tic-tac-toe challenges and all kinds of stuff in the group, but you could join that at any point. And I could mail out your make and takes, and you could have those to work on after the stamp camp's over. But I have one left, so if you're interested in that, let me know. Paper pumpkin. So exciting. I cannot wait. This is the box, and Saturday is the last day to subscribe to get this paper pumpkin. It is super cute. Yay, Roxanne. I can't wait for you to get your order. You're going to love it. So for a paper pumpkin, I love that it has a bunny because my daughter has a bunny, and so that just makes me happy. There are some dies. These are the dies. You can get those as an add-on, and they go with the January kit, the February kit, and the March. So they're $12 for the add-on, and you can get those in my online store as well. Let's see. What else do I want to talk about? Online exclusives. March 5th will be the brand new online exclusives. Can't remember. I don't think I printed the flyer yet, but I will. I'll have that out pretty soon. I just got my online exclusives and they're so cute. Of course, when you're a demonstrator, you get to pre-order, so you get all the stuff first, which is awesome. Isn't it awesome? And so there's some really awesome things coming up and you're gonna really like them. Kits collection, February kit is the Happy House Plants. It's an add-on. It comes with 4 6x6 frames that you can make 4 little house plant little frames for your home, or you know, you could put them on an easel. You could give one out to each friend or whatever. And then of course the birthday sparkle kit, really cute. Gold and crumb cake are the main colors. It's super adorable. It's a stamping kit and you get 6 cards, 3 each, 2 designs, and then you get 6 tags, 3 each, 2 designs. So it's a really great way to give somebody a birthday card and a matching tag for their present. I really think it's ingenious and really cute. Panda Friends kit, adorable, non-stamping, as well as the Rock Legends non-stamping kits. So those are available. All right, so this week I have been using Bright Sky, which is on page 51 of the mini catalog. And this is the bundle that I have chosen to use this week. I agree. So this is really fun, and yeah, it's a great little bundle. In the mini catalog, which, oh, I guess it's in here. I'm like, I lost it. There is some DSP that goes with this set, and I did use it for the first 2 projects, Tuesday's and Monday's project. But today's project, I am using the Designer Series paper that it comes in all of our colors, and I'm using the neutral pack, and I'll show you that in a second. But this DSP, you can pick it for free. It matches this bundle. So another thing this week, this card today is using window sheets. So if you don't know what window sheets are, it's basically a clear 12 by 12 see-through thick plastic kind of acetate-like sheet. You can make window boxes, windows in cards, windows in boxes. You can cut it with dies. You can use StazOn ink to stamp on it. It is really cool, and my card today is made with the window sheets. So they're located in the annual catalog on page 126, and they're over here in the corner. So you get 2 of the 12 by 12 sheets for $5, and you can just try them out and see what you like. So yeah, so it's a new kind of card. Everybody may not like it, John said, but I hope that you do, because it is different, right? Are you guys? Oh, this is the Designer Series paper. It's the neutral pack, and they come 6 by 6, and you get polka dot and lines and stripes and hearts. Those are the 4 patterns, and this is the neutral pack. So you get basic gray, smoky slate, pecan pie, night of navy, mossy meadow, misty moonlight, gray granite, early espresso, crumb cake, and blackberry bliss come in this pack. And this is the pack that I used for today's card. I am a bold, bright girl. I like bold and bright colors, but I felt like I had used a lot of brights for everything this week, and I wanted to do a card with the neutrals. So I have paired it with the Kindest Expressions. If you don't have this sentiment, it's fantastic. I love larger sentiments, and they're pretty big. You can see how big they are. And then the one that I used today is the largest one, Sending Sunshine and Rainbows. I love how big and bold, and I love the font on this set. So if you don't have it, it's in the, I'm pretty sure it's in the annual catalog. It's a really awesome set, and you may have missed it. So check that out, Kindest Expressions. And of course, we're using the bundle today, and we're going to be doing some die cutting on the video, which I normally don't do, but we're going to be doing that today. So I have to keep this stuff handy so that I can grab it. The two colors of ink are going to be Blackberry Bliss and Misty Moonlight. And so let me show you the card. So here is the card. I'm going to put my fingers. You can see how you can see my fingers through the card. So the entire card is made with a window sheet. Okay? Pretty cool, I think. I'm pretty happy with it. I've also used Wink of Stella. You probably can't see it, but it's on the sun and it's on the raindrops. And I don't know if you can see it because for some reason Wink of Stella never wants to show on camera, but they're sparkly. And so when you open up your card, it says sending sunshine on the outside, and then it says sprinkled with love. So it's a really unusual card, but I think it's fantastic. And it's just something unexpected, right? So I like to teach you guys new things, things you may not have thought to do. And it's one of the things that I like to do. So if you've never made a clear card, here's your chance. Okay? We're going to make it together. So let me grab all of the things that I need. I got to find it. It's here somewhere. I just have to find all my parts and pieces. Okay, so you're going to start with a window sheet. And now one of the things that you have to be careful is whatever surface that you're on, make sure it's clean because it's plastic and clear and it will stick to everything. It's like when you open a picture frame and if you're in a dusty environment, like all the dust finds the glass on the picture frame, it's the same thing. So you want to get like a microfiber cloth, something that's lint free, and you want to wipe down your surface before you bring this out because static comes with it. And trust me, everything will stick to it. So this is 4 1/4. Hopefully you can see it in my hand. It's 4 1/4 by 11, and I have scored it at 5 1/2. I don't know if you can see the score line, but it's right there in the middle. Okay. This is going to be fun. I thought white was hard. The clear is going to be even harder to see on camera, but hopefully you can see it when I put it down on the desk. My lights are pretty good in here, so I think you can see it. Thank you, Sherry. Mom, I just wanted to say, I'm talking to Sherry's mom right now. I just wanted to say, thanks for not going out of town today because you didn't want to miss me. I love you so much. I think that's so cute, and I love you. Okay, good, John. Thank you. So I've put it on my Simply Scored, and I used my stylus and I scored it back and forth a few times because the window sheets are thick. So you really need to give it a good score back and forth, back and forth, back and forth a few times, okay? And so now we're going to go ahead and match the corners. And it's tricky because it's slippery, right? So you have to hold, and it wants to slide around on you. And trust me, it's going to slide around on you a little bit. It's never going to be perfect. It just takes a minute, and you're going to do the best you can to get your crease straight, okay? So there is our card folded in half. All right. So the first thing that I wanted to do on this card was to back it with a core color, and I figured white clouds would be perfect. So that's what we have here in the back, okay? We have the white clouds. So I took 2 pieces of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 basic white, and it's not the thick, it's just the regular basic white. And we're going to take our dies here, and we're going to take the one with the most scallops. There's one with less scallops, like see how that one's a little bit more sparse, and this one has more. So I wanted the ones that had the most puffiness, right? Because we're going to do a cloud background. I'm going to move this to the side. And I'm gonna grab my big machine because I want to be able to fit this 4 1/4 inch piece, and we can't fit it on the mini. So I'm gonna go like that. You should be able to see, I think, pretty good. All right. So we're gonna put our 1, 2, and 3 in here. And I'm gonna stack both of them together, okay? One on top of each other. And we're gonna angle like this so that we get like a cloudy background, a little bit angled, okay? Like that should be good. And then we're just gonna go ahead and slide our plate on top. Whoops, they shifted. You want them to be lined up. If we need to tape it, we will, but I was able to do it the first time without taping it, so I'm hoping I can do it the second time without taping it. But I will if I have to. The reason that you want it to not move on you is because you're going to use, because the card is see-through, you're going to see all the adhesive that you use, if that makes sense. Okay, we're going to see all the adhesive because you're going to be able to see the back of the card, right? So what you want to do is you need 2 layers of everything that you put on the card that gets adhered, any kind of glue. You need 2 of everything. All right, I'm going to move this. So we cut both of them at the same time so that they will be exactly the same size, okay? That's why we cut them together, so that they'll be exactly the same. I wasn't on camera for what? Oh my gosh. What was I not on camera for? The cutting? Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I'll have to watch the video and see why I'm so sorry if I was out of camera for the cutting. But basically, we run this through the die at the same time so that when it cuts, you get 2 pieces that are identical. And then this just save for some scrap stamping in your little scrap bag, right? Because we don't need that top part. So we just need the bottom. Okay. Hey, Clem. Did you see that my card is see-through, Clem? I don't know if you were here in the beginning. Pretty see-through. All right. So we're going to take these 2 pieces, and these are going to be the first pieces that we use, okay? So we're going to attach them to the inside. So the adhesive that I'm going to use for this, because the wet glue takes a minute to dry on window sheet, is I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, exactly. Because everything on camera, you gotta try it twice, right? All right, so I'm just gonna try and put my seal up here at the top of these little cloudy pieces. And you want to get your edges down. Now, be aware that when you stick this seal is so sticky. Be ready, because as soon as you put it on that window sheet, it's gonna stick. Hey, Peggy. So, be ready for it. So we're gonna open our card, and the first thing that we're gonna do is wipe it down to make sure that we don't have anything on the inside, okay? And then you want to line up your edges. I'm going to try and do it on camera so I'm not out of camera because, oh my gosh, that would be horrible. And I need to be able to see, of course. All right, I'm going to do it upside down and this way so that you guys can see also. So we're going to, actually, I'm going to do this so that you guys can see. Can you guys see now? You can see the back. I didn't think you could see before. It's hard to show you because I want you to see what I'm doing. So I'm going to do my corners first because hopefully if that's lined up, then the rest of my card should be lined up. All right, I'm good, I think. Oh, I didn't. I dropped it. I'm going to bring you guys down. I think the camera's too high. I'm going to bring you down. And of course, I'm pivoting our camera. All right, there we go. It'll be easier for me if you're not so high so that I can see what you're seeing. See all that fuzzy? It's just like literally, it's just the way of clear. It just happens. So we're going to clean the back in a minute. But so I want to use those edges. And if you put something behind it, you can see. Okay. And I'm going to attach it at the bottom, and then I'm going to press that up, and then I'm going to use my, if I have any glue on here from my fingers, I'm going to, but don't brush your gluey eraser towards the plastic because it will pick up just more glue. Okay, so there's that one. So now I have to clean, see how it shows the glue? So I have to wipe this with my cloth, and we're going to stick the other one down on top like that. And then no one will know that we glued it, okay? So you just make sure that you have the right side with the glue, so it's this side. And the second time is easier than the first because you have a guide, right? You have something that you can see to glue against. So we're going to line this up again. And since we're matching the white to the white, it's much easier than matching the first one. So the first one's harder. There's the second. No one will know that we have that. Now, as you can see, I cut my paper a smidge bigger. You see that right here? It's overhanging my plastic. We're going to get rid of that right now. So you're going to grab your mini trimmer. And you're just going to slide it in. And you're just going to cut that overhang, which is slight, right off of there. And there, the other side, I don't think, maybe a tiny smidge. Not really. Just a hair. Okay. So it was just a smidge. But that's how you're going to even up your piece. So once you have your base done, we're going to get a new cloth and we're going to clean the front. And you want to get off anything first before you start gluing down because trust me, it's very staticky and things happen, okay? So now that we have that, we can also line our corners up again, now that we can see it a little better, and use our bone folder to get our crease correct. Okay. So now we're gonna do a little watercoloring because this piece here I watercolored. And so I have a piece of thick basic white and a regular basic white. The regular is going to be for the inside, so I'm going to put it to the side. And I have to grab my silicone mat. And we're going to put our piece on there so I don't ruin my table. Hey, Maleda. Okay, so we're going to do a little watercolor. So I have a little bowl with water in it, and I'm going to grab my aqua painter. Okay. And I'm going to lay water on my piece, and you see it starts to curl. It's just natural because paper doesn't. And I have some leftovers from the last time I did of the reinker, but I put a drop of the reinker, and I may need more, but for right now, so I'm just going to paint. And then I'm going to grab water and I'm going to move it around. You don't want to put way too much water on there, but I basically took a drop and put a drop of reinker on my block. And then this is how this one's gonna stay. It's just gonna stay with that amount. And that's how it's gonna look. You can use watercolor paper if you want to. It won't curl as much as thick basic white, but it will still curl. And I'm just gonna go ahead and clean my brush. And then I have another rag that I use for watercoloring that I'm gonna wipe it on. All right, and I'm gonna put my water painter away. All right, and we're gonna dry that with some heat. So I'm gonna grab my heat gun, which is right here to the left of me or the right of me. And we want to dry that piece. And every time you do it, it's going to be different. There's my first one. And I like to dry it from both sides. And yes, it curls when you dry it, but that's okay. I'll show you how to fix it. Okay. So to fix it, you're going to take your bone folder and you're just going to curl it. And there we go. Straight. And then the glue will hold it down. So that's how you fix it with your bone folder. Okay. All right. We're going to stamp on here sending, sunshine, and rainbows, but we only want the sending sunshine. So I'm just going to use some regular tape, and I'm going to tape off what I don't want, and I'm going to do each word separately. All right, that should be good. Maybe a tiny piece right here. But I always keep tape around for this reason. I think I got a little bit on this end. I kind of cut it a little short. There we go. All right. So once you have it, we're going to use Misty Moonlight. And I wanted to go lighter than Night of Navy because I went with a diluted Blackberry Bliss. So we're going to do the word sending first. So I'm just going to lay it. It's a big stamp. And I'm going to bring my ink to it instead of the other way around. And I do this a lot with large stamps. Okay. Pretty good. I think I got it well inked. So I'm gonna see if I can keep that one and just remove all the other ones because I'm gonna need one there. Okay, I'm gonna throw this away into my little trash can or stick it to the side or whatever. Okay, so we're going to just do the word sending. Whoops, I don't want it to pop up. Let me give it a little, another curl so it will be go the other direction. There we go. Okay. I don't want it to pop up to meet my stamp. I want my stamp to meet it, and I'm going to move it off of this piece. Okay. So the D is a little to the right of that point, and so we're just going to go for it. We're going to press it down, and I'm just going to hold it in place for a second, run my hand over the top. And the key is just not to wiggle the block, just to put pressure on the section that you want. Sometimes I slide like this if I can hold it hard enough to move both things at the same time. And there's my sending. So we got to clean, and then we got to cover the word sending. And then we're going to do sunshine. The reason I did it separate is because the ampersand is on that line. It wasn't equally lined up under each other, and I just felt like I needed to do them separate. So that's why I did it that way. All right, so there's that. Let's get the G and the ampersand. Let's put that one like that. And a little one for the ampersand. Tape is like your best friend when you're doing things like this, right? Because you can just toss it in the trash. Okay, so let's do the same thing. We're going to ink up from the back. Sunshine. There it is. Everything comes off this time. Trash. Trash. Sometimes I try and turn it in on itself, but it doesn't always work. There we go. All right. So now we're going to line up the, whoops, I got a little bit right there. I must have missed that part of the B and the S, so I don't want that to come on my thing. So always check, because look what I did. But you can clean it relatively easily. All right, so we're just going to do the word sunshine. That's awesome idea, Roxanne. So I'm going to pretend I don't see that. And I'm going to try and put the S underneath that S. That's the best way for me to explain it. And as you can see on this one, the N got on the G. I'm not worrying about that. It makes it look like it's all one word anyway, so it's fine. So I want to just bring my S underneath my S and angle this kind of so that it's straight, right? And if it's not perfect, I'm good with that. Okay, so we're going to give it a little pressure. Ta-da! All right, so sending sunshine. So that's ready. I'm going to put that off to the side. And I'm going to clean my stamp, and then we're going to move on to our clouds. I'm going to show you how to do those. Let's go ahead and put this in here now. All right. All done with our sentiment. Okay. So the clouds are from the paper pack, and I cut this is the same print on both sides. So I needed it to be striped on both sides. So I had to flip the second time I cut it. So I ran it through the first time with the stripe up, and then I ran it through one time with the polka dot up so that it would be the mirror of it, okay, on the back. So that when you opened your card, you had the striped blue, and then the inside you had the striped blue, okay? And the same thing with the polka dot. So you had the polka dot and then the polka dot. So you want to cut one of each side. That's how you get your mirror, okay? So we're going to go ahead and attach that onto our card. And again, we're going to use our cloth and make sure that we're clean. All right. And we're going to start with the polka dot. So, of course, I'm using my mat because I'm a mess. And I got to move it into camera. Oh, I don't know why I used this. Guys, you should have stopped me. As if you could. It's just going to take a minute to dry. I mean, it'll dry, but it's not the quickest. Okay, so we're going to put this one here. Right there. It will dry on there. It's just going to shift for a minute until it sets. That's the only hazard. But this time I'm not going to do it again. I'm going to put this one with this. I'm just so used to using my multi-purpose that I just grab for it and it sits on my desk. So, okay, so here's the other cloud and we're going to tuck that one underneath this one. About right there. And this one's going to be to this side of your card. So you're just going to get it adjusted. Okay. And now we can stick our Sending Sunshine right here on the bottom. So we're going to put that one. And every card that you make, of course, right, is different because we use different placement, we stamp differently. But it's okay. No one's going to see the first card or the 10th card. Everybody's going to get their own card and they're going to love it. Okay? So there's my Sending Sunshine. So now what we're going to do is hopefully this is going to attach that wet glue. I can't believe I did that. I can and I can't. So we're going to go to the inside and we're going to open and wipe. Make sure that we're good. We're going to just basically cover our pieces. So we're going to start with the purple, the Blackberry Bliss, yeah, it's definitely different, John, that's for sure. And I mean, you got to try everything at least once, right? I mean, come on, it's stamping. You got to be creative and try new things. And I thought, why not do a clear card? Okay, so you want to match that up. And then we're going to match up the stripe next. So I'm going to put the glue on this side because we want the stripe, remember? So I'm going to put the glue on the polka dot side. Okay. So now we're going to match this one up. There's that one. And then we're going to match our basic white. Oh, I need to show you which size of this I use. Let me grab the dies so you can see. So it's the second from the largest was the one that I used from Nested Essentials. You guys are so quiet, you're making me nervous. It's like you're just watching what I'm doing. You're enraptured. Sherry, what is Mom saying? Does she like this card or is she like, not really my jam? It's okay if you don't like it. I mean, like I said, John said, everybody's not going to like it, but I do like to push the envelope and try new things. And it's okay if everybody doesn't like it. I'm okay with that. All right, so there is the white backing. All right, so here's our card so far, okay? So now we're going to add our sun. And so I cut out of Crumb Cake the 2 dies because it's a 2-part sun right there. And I wanted to pop up the center. So we're going to use mini dimensionals. 3 should be good. And I'm going to grab the backs off. love you. Thank you for always embracing all my crazy. All right, so here is my sun. And this one you can add the wet adhesive because it's just going to get glued onto paper, not the acetate or the window sheet, the clear. Okay, it's going to be glued onto paper. So you can use the wet glue if you want for this. Of course, it's my favorite glue, so of course I'm going to use it. And so this is going to go in this corner like where the two clouds meet. All right, now we got to do some raindrops. So I want to show you the dies and while I talk to you about the raindrops, okay? So the die set has large raindrops and small raindrops. I wanted to use the small ones because I thought these were just too big for the card. So I decided I was going to use the small raindrops. So I cut 2 sets of raindrops. Okay, so this is the first set, and I just put it on a piece of cardstock I had lying over here, and here's the second one. And then these 2 were left over from my first card. So on my first card, I added 4 raindrops on the right side and 3 on the left. You could do any way you want. It's up to you. So there's 2 large raindrops, 3 large raindrops and 3 small raindrops, okay? So these 3 are the big ones, and they're all the same size, and these 3 are the small ones, and they're all the same size. So it's important to know they're the same size, right? Because we have to glue to the inside of the card the raindrops. So for these, obviously, I could not use the runner unless, I guess I could have put adhesive sheets behind the paper before I die cut it, but I didn't. So we're actually going to use wet adhesive. And so if you're going to use wet adhesive, take my warnings, be very careful, don't over glue. And this is for you, Sherry, because I know you're like me and you over glue. You only need a tiny bit because it's going to spread, and you don't want it to spread onto the window sheet because then it's going to be a blob, and you cannot use this to clean up your glue. You're going to have to use lint-free cloth with rubbing alcohol. It's just not worth it. So try really hard not to put too much glue on your raindrops. And I kind of sort of put too much on this one, so I'm going to kiss it with another one, okay? So I'm going to put a large one there, and this one is right there in the middle, so it's completely on the window sheet. So I'm going to need one behind it, okay? And then this one is going to be, what did I do with it? Oh, it's on my nail. Oh, I know you guys are like, this woman is something else. So this one I'm going to put partially on here and partially on my window sheet. Now I'm going to go to a little one. And the other big one. Because there's 3 big and 3 small, remember? All right. So let's try not to get too crazy with the glue this time. I put too much, I think, on that little one. All right, so I'm going to grab this big one, and I'm going to put it on this side down here. When it's on the paper, it doesn't matter. But when it's on the window sheet, you don't want too much glue. Because if it oozes out, you can't wipe it away. All right, so I'm going to add another one here and 2. Actually, I think I'm going to do 4 on this side. I'm going to leave that side with 3. All right, so I'm going to put a small one. And another small one. And that will be 3 small and 3 big, okay? So we're going to grab this one and put it here. This one. Here comes the dangerous one, the one that's going to go on the window sheet. Okay. And then I'm going to do one more on this side. So let me make sure that I have enough matches. So I need a little one for that one, and a large one for that one, and another large one for the back, for the inside, because the other ones won't matter. They're not going to show. So these three need one. And if I end up putting another one here, I guess I'll use a small one. Let's grab a small one. All right. The ones that are on the acetate, you're going to have to match them up with a match for the back because it's going to show, right? So this one's going to be just the point is going to show, if anything. That's 4 on that side, 3 on this side. So now we got to match them to the inside. So it looks like we're going to need 2 large and a small. I'm flipping them to the back sides, and I'm going to try not to get crazy and put too much glue. I'm just going to use the tip to push the glue around and not squeeze my glue. I know I have some on the tip. There we go. All right. Here we go. To the inside we go. All right, see the ones that are showing? Those are the ones we're going to cover up. So I'm going to grab from this side. Let's do this one first. So basically, anything that's showing, you have to cover it. But if it's not showing, you're good to go. So there's that one. You can see the little tip of this one, so I'm going to put one inside. This one is this one. And I'm going to put another small one. Got to grab it. What did I do with my glue? I've lost my glue. Do you guys see it? Oh, there it is. I see it. I know you guys think I'm nuts. Thanks. Everybody in the chat is being so quiet. Type something. Tell me something, because I feel like I'm alone. All right, I put too much glue on this one, so I'm going to actually push it down onto my mat. All right. And I'm just going to cover that little tip that's showing. Okay. And make sure that it's not sticking up past this one inside. There we go. All right, so there's our inside. Let's move our mat out of the way. Now we're going to tie our ribbon. So this ribbon is from the Burlap and Real Red combo pack. This one. And so you get those 2 ribbons. And so we're using the Burlap one, which actually is crumb cake colored. I wanted to add a little bit more crumb cake. And I think there's 13 inches of ribbon here. It's probably too much, but that's okay. I want to have some freedom to trim away what I don't want to use. Okay, so there is that. I'm going to make a knot in my ribbon. Thank you, John. Thanks, Sherry. I think I put everybody to sleep. All right, so there is my knot. We're going to use my ribbon scissors, and then we are actually going to use the lighter and burn the edges so that it won't, I'm actually going to go this way, I think, so that it won't, fray, because I don't want it to fray, okay? So there's that one. And that one. Is that good? I think this one might be a little long, a hair more. There we go. All right, throw that in the trash. Let me put my ribbon scissor away. And then don't heat the acetate because it will buckle. So you have to keep your flame away from the acetate. Just grab and singe the edges of your ribbon. So hold it up because the window sheet will get melty. It's plastic, right? It's like a little plastic. All right, so there's the ends of my ribbon. There's my card. Let me bring the camera back up where you guys can see everything. And then we're going to add some Wink of Stella. So let's bring you guys up. I think that's good there. I don't want the camera to fall out. I've done that before. All right, so we're going to add some Wink of Stella to our sun. And then I'm going to go around the edges of the sun. And then I'm going to paint each of the points. I want it to be super sparkly. All right, now hopefully you guys can see that the sun is sparkly. But it is. If you can't see it, it's there, I promise. And it's super sparkly in person. And then we're going to add to the raindrops. I need more sparkle. The sun will dry once the Wink of Stella has dried on top of it. And it'll look like this one. See how this one looks a little darker because it's not dry yet. But the Wink of Stella is so pretty. I wish you could see it. I'm trying to catch the... There it is. There. You can kind of see it there, that it's sparkly. Yeah. Okay, good. Yay! Now I gotta find the cover for my seal. I've lost it. I always lose everything when I'm stamping. It'll show up. I don't... Oh, here it is. Okay. Because this stuff is so sticky, you gotta have the cover on it. So we used Bright Skies this week. And we used today Kindest Expressions and the Neutrals 6x6 paper pack on our cards. Thank you, John. Thanks, Clem. And try this if you want to make a clear card. Go ahead and try it. What I would remember is whatever you put on the outside, you're going to have to mirror to the inside so that when you open it, you don't see all that adhesive. And try it because it's so fun to do something new, right? I think it's awesome to try and stretch and push yourself. Don't forget, today is the last day by midnight to sign up for this week's Inky Hands Crew projects. You have to sign up by today. Yeah, I love it too, Roxanne. So if you haven't joined my Inky Hands Crew, I would love to have you try it for a month and see if you like it. It's $7.99. You would go to inkyhandswarmhearts.com. You click on the menu and go to memberships. All the information about it is located there. And at the very bottom, when you scroll all the way down, you will see the link to subscribe. I'm so grateful for all of my crew members. Thanks, you guys that are here and are part of the crew. Thanks so much for being a part of it and for doing everything you do for me. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching, sharing, subscribing, hitting that like. I'm so grateful for you guys. Does anybody have any questions before I let you go? Thank you, Roxanne. We're quiet today. I think a lot of people were probably busy today. All right, guys, I guess there's no questions, so I'm going to let you go. You guys have a fantastic day. If you're watching on the replays, just let me know that you're here. Say hi and leave some comments Thanks for being here, guys. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. And if you missed Tuesday's video, I'm going to post it right up here in the corner for those on replay. So don't forget to grab that. And I will talk with you later. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping!